Hey, what's up YouTube? I'm out here in a Lowe's parking lot. I just got some landscaping stuff so I can make my front yard look a little bit nicer than what it is. On another note, I basically almost smashed the tip of my finger off. Corner of it literally was hanging off by a flap. I don't know how that happened. It hurt pretty bad, but I decided not to get stitches. But I'm making this video because someone yesterday, today is the 24th, someone yesterday posted a comment. Hold on, my phone is slow. Let me pull it up. Here we go. He was asking me basically to do a video just of normal driving in the D mode on the Prindle, you know, from Sweet Life of Zach and Cody, if you ever watched that. No, I'm just kidding. But the drive, basically, instead of doing manual mode, he wants to know what it's like with the cam, what it is, if there's any bogging. I personally don't have any bogging. My cam is not a very aggressive cam. It is a lot bigger than stock, obviously, but it's as far as like as bogging and whatnot, it doesn't really happen. I have mine when I have it in drive or in manual mode. It is set to, I believe, 800 RPMs or 850, something like that. It's kind of high. I think he set it higher just so it doesn't bog down. But as far as my idling, as far as in park or in neutral, I have it down. It was at 800. I dropped it down to 750 just to see if it sounded any different, and also just to like get that much better gas mileage and idle just from like a lower RPM. And probably won't see any change whatsoever, to be honest. But honestly, it did make it sound better. It makes it gallop a little more. It just sounds a little more aggressive. It all around, even though 50 RPMs, like, you don't think it makes a difference, but it actually does in the sound. And again, this varies with any vehicle or car or whatever. Now, here in a little bit, right after I order some Popeyes, you know, I'm gonna go and show y'all the tachometer. I'm gonna mount the GoPro up on the front, just so y'all get an idea on what the engine is doing. And again, this varies. It depends on which gear you have. If you have a stall, this video is not going to do any justice towards you, or it's not going to answer any of your questions, because I don't have a stall, and driving without a stall is very different. Here we go. I'm going to put it on there. As far as driving though, it's drivable. I mean, it's not the best, especially just in drive in general, just because I mean, I have the 6-speed, and depending on how you have it tuned, if you have it tuned to where the RPM, like it shifts at higher RPMs, or there's different shift points with each shift, or how hard it shifts, it changes each time. It will depend on each transmission. It will depend on what is tuned to it. So again, this varies, and I always get people telling me all this stuff, but the real answer is it varies. Okay, I'm sure this guy's asking this question just because he probably has the 4L60E or the 4L80E. So just, he has a 4-speed, so he's got just the I think it's like first, second, third, and then you got drive or something like that. It's not like mine, to where I got the manual right here, if you see it. So that's probably why he's asking this question. So I'm sure on the 4-speed it's a little bit easier, I would assume, with as far as shifting, because if there's only 4 speeds, there's 2 less gears than mine, and so the transmission would know when to shift easier, and it has a higher shift point. So as far as that, I think you're in the clear. Just don't go too aggressive, but obviously if you get a stall, you're going to see a huge difference. So let me put it up on here on the tachometer, and after I get some Popeyes, I'm going to be driving. I'm going to be driving on the highway, a little bit of city driving, basically just on my way home, and y'all will see what it's like. I won't put it in any manual mode whatsoever. I'm just going to keep it in drive. And I got the 220R cam. It's got like 600 lift, 114 LSA, all that. So yep, here we go. Alright, so I just left Popeyes. Hopefully y'all can hear me well. I know when the GoPro's facing away, it kind of sounds weird, but I have it in drive, as you can see. Hopefully y'all can see the tachometer pretty good. But I'm on the front frontage road. I'm about to get on the highway when I get the chance. You'll be able to notice, obviously, just with my speeds. But yeah, this is just regular shifting as far as drive, normal driving, like he said. I mean, as far as like, and it all depends on the wind too, on the highway, and like going on the on-ramps and whatsoever. Oh, this guy better not pull out in front of me, what the heck. But it all depends on the wind also, as far as your shifting, because I know if the wind's blowing towards me, it for some reason likes to shift way too early, and then it bogs it down, and then I'd have to put it in manual mode. But if there's really no wind, it kind of drives very well. But it's definitely not terrible driving a Cam Silverado without a stall. It's definitely different than stock, that's for sure, just because all your RPMs are moved up, and so without a stall, you definitely feel the loss in power in the low RPMs. But yeah, a stall will really help with all the power. So this is basically highway driving, nothing special. Once you get into cruising speed, it's normal driving. I usually typically drive at around 70, 75, not just to go faster, but also it raises my RPMs just a little bit, just so I get a little power, so it's not bogging out when I'm just cruising at, like, let's say 60 or 65, because I actually get worse gas mileage cruising at 60 than cruising at 70 or 75. But once I get into city driving and stopping and going, I will restart the camera. Now, as far as like slowing down or decelerating, whatever, I know my buddy, he has a Tahoe. It's like a 2000 something, I don't know. He's got the 5.3. He's got a 228 cam in there, so it's pretty big. He doesn't have a stall, and he's got the 4-speed, and that thing used to die on him all the time. But I think he went back, got it retuned, and they raised up the idle RPM when they have it in drive, so I don't think it bogs down anymore or wants to die. So I guess that helps. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's what he did to help with that. But obviously what's going to help with the bogging down or stalling of the engine is to get a higher torque converter. As far as the drivability though, without a stall on your Silverado, it's doable. Obviously it depends on what you have put into the truck. But yeah, I'm just cruising. I'm in my little town, going about 40. Nothing major again. Really nothing to worry about. Yeah, look, I'm having a break. It's fine. There sometimes are random surges. I don't know what that's about, to be honest. It's probably the tune. There's probably some little weird loop in the tune, I guess, or like a having to do with the stall, with it being the stock stall, and then it just honestly don't even know. I don't know what I'm trying to tell y'all. But yeah, other than that, I just have weird surges. So yeah, it's pretty drivable. Now, unfortunately, without a higher stall on your Silverado or whatever automatic car you have with a cam, you will not hear the lope whenever you have it in drive, unless you're just like letting it roll on its own power. You will not hear it lope. If you have your brakes pushed at all, it will just sound weird. In my opinion, it sounds kind of weird. But Yeah, unless you get a higher stall, you won't hear it lope at idle when you have it in drive, unfortunately. I know that was a bummer whenever I did the cam swap and I couldn't hear it. But easy fix to that is, I guess, when you're at a red light or whatever, just to put it in neutral if you know you're gonna sit there for a little bit, just so you could hear it if you really care about that. I put it in neutral sometimes just because when I have it sitting for a while, it does the weird surges and it wants to jerk forward. But other than that, I kind of leave it in drive and it doesn't really do much typically. But it's nice to catch people off guard, especially at a red light if they don't hear the cam, and then you just smoke them real quick. So it's up to you. Yeah, that pretty much sums up the video. As far as the title goes, it does not suck driving a Silverado that is cammed without a stall. It's different, that's for sure. It'll obviously be better once you put a stall in it. As far as it sucking and being undrivable, that's not the case. You're able to do it. So don't sweat on it if you don't have the money to get a bigger stall converter at the moment. Just know if you get a pretty aggressive cam that you're gonna see some problems. It's gonna be a little less drivable, but if you go with like a more mild setup, a more streetable setup, you'll be good. Just know that you'll see better results when you do put a higher stall in it. So if you're not already following my Instagram, the link will be down here. If you thought this video was pretty informational, hit that like button. If you like my content, subscribe to my channel, and of course I'll see you guys next video.